This is Tar Heel Talk, an in-depth look at the issues and people making news in North Carolina. Here's your host, Sonia Williams.
The Boys and Girls Club provides a safe and nurturing place for youth in the Durham community and now beyond. The organization offers after-school programs, athletics, summer camps, and more.
Founded in Durham in 1939, the Boys and Girls Clubs of Durham and Orange counties is a staple in the community. What began as an initiative to give young boys a safe place to go after school has turned into a multifaceted after-school program and summer camp that serves boys and girls ages 6 through 18 at 3 different sites in Durham and Orange counties. Charging just $10 per year, we give children the opportunity to learn and grow in a fun, safe, and welcoming environment. Programs include Knowledge Builders, a one-on-one tutoring initiative, Healthy Habits, various STEM-related activities, reading, physical education, career readiness, computer coding, Students to Scholars, a school placement program, cooking, alcohol and drug awareness, and much more. At BGC Doc, we are proud to partner with more than 15 different local companies and organizations as we increase the quality and quantity of our programming. Our mission is to inspire and enable all young people, particularly those who need us most, to reach their full potential as productive, caring, and responsible citizens.
Excellent programming, and joining me now with more on the Boys and Girls Clubs of Durham and Orange counties is board member Mary Wynn Sherwood and CEO Jerome Levesey. Welcome.
Hello.
Thank you both so much for
Nice to
being
be
with
here.
us. Now, I understand that there have been some changes since you appeared last fall. I know that you've now had a major merger that has greatly impacted the footprint that you're making in the area. Tell me a little bit about that expansion.
You're absolutely right. We merged with the Chapel Hill organization. They were formerly under the Boys and Girls Clubs of Eastern Piedmont. And mergers can be intimidating, but this has been a smooth transition. We're all about serving kids, and our neighbors in Chapel Hill was looking to continue their great efforts of serving children. And it was a natural fit to merge with Durham, and now we have created a great opportunity for kids in 2 counties.
Right, and this merger is making a great impact in both, like you said, 2 counties, both counties.
Yes, definitely, and we're so pleased to be part of the Durham Boys and Girls Club now because it expands our reach to people who are interested in helping children reach their full potential and grow and prosper in their own lives and in the community. So we're very excited, and of course Durham Boys and Girls Club been in existence since 1937, so they certainly have the experience that we benefit from.
Absolutely. When you talk about the ability to help more children, how many children were you working with and serving under the Durham, in the Durham County area, and now how many are you going to be able to serve in Orange County?
Prior to the merger, we were serving 120 to 130 kids a day. And our annual membership was just a little south of 500 children. In Chapel Hill, we've added another 35 to 40 each day on top of that average daily attendance. And they probably have, I would say, anywhere from 60 to 70 members. We operate the program at Northside Elementary, so we're kind of tight on how many more kids we can serve at that location. There are plans to expand into middle schools.
Excellent. Now, I know that part of what makes the Boys and Girls Clubs so special is the programming. Tell us a little bit about the variety of programs that are offered for children.
I'll start with that. We have 5 core program areas: character and leadership development, healthy lifestyles, sports, fitness, and recreation, the arts, and character and leadership development.
And academics.
And academics, thank you. I think I said that twice, and academics. And everything we do fits under those core program areas. And Mary Wynn has been involved for several years with the organization in Chapel Hill, and bringing on leaders like Mary Wynn who have some institutional knowledge really helped make the merger smoother. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, and it was certainly something we wanted from the start. We saw it as advantageous to both our clubs for us to merge. It seems like a natural fit, Durham and Chapel Hill, even though there's some rivalry in sports maybe, but healthy rivalry, but we really work well together. It's very exciting.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
When you talk about the programs and all of the services that are available, I can imagine that you need a lot of volunteers to help make these programs happen.
That's correct. Volunteers help drive the supervision of the kids every day. You max out with staff. You can't just keep hiring staff as your membership expands. So we have a great volunteer base from the three colleges, UNC, Duke, and North Carolina Central University. So we get students and some retired academia to come to the club and volunteer, especially in the education component and in the social and character leadership development component as well.
And membership is just $10, so you're making this affordable as possible for as many families as possible.
Yeah, that's correct. $10 is the annual membership fee, and it's really a fee that was implemented to make sure that our members, our youth members, feel like they've contributed to a place that they enjoy coming to. So it's a buy-in, and it should be affordable because it's our responsibility to provide programs for our kids to benefit.
Yeah, and we also wanted to be sure there were no children turned away because they couldn't afford it. And if children couldn't afford or families couldn't afford the $10, there is scholarship help for them too.
Excellent.
Because that's our main goal, is to serve the kids who need us most and serve all of them, not just those who can pay.
Let's talk a little bit about the children that you serve, because you are serving a population that has been traditionally underserved in many ways.
Yeah, that's correct. In our mission statement, there's some language in there that says, we serve kids who need us most. So there's been some myth that exists that we only cater to the families that are economically disadvantaged. That's not true. There are children who need the services of the Boys and Girls Club.
Absolutely.
And we serve the whole child from the time they're 6 until they're 18. So when they first start school until they graduate from school. So the kids who need us most receive the services.
That's right. Yeah, and children come from families that both parents work or work second shift, and the kids benefit from, even though they have a stable family, benefit from that extra time after school, and that's the most dangerous hours for children, between 4 and 7, when they are most likely to get in trouble, either crime committed against them or they commit some crimes of their own. Right. So it's a good, healthy thing to have them active in a productive and safe environment where they can thrive.
And I would like to add that I think one piece that really attracts donors like Mary Wynn, support from both Durham and Orange County, is a stat where 6 years in a row we've had zero contact with law enforcement, zero negative contact with law enforcement, and zero pregnancies. So that's interesting to anyone who wants to commit to serving the Boys and Girls Clubs. And when we talked about the merger, one of the questions that was asked from the Chapel Hill board was, well, what can you do to make sure that this merger is something that we would be happy with? Because they didn't have to merge with us. They probably could have kept doing what they wanted to do on their own. And so they did their due diligence and was pleased with what they saw about some of our results.
Definitely making an impact in the community and with our youth.
Yes, I would think so. Absolutely.
I know that I attended the gala last fall and heard some of the success stories, and that is, that is telling of how strong a program the Boys and Girls Club have. Talk a little bit about that success.
Well, I have a story I'd love to tell about a father of twins who whose boys came to the Boys and Girls Club when we just started. And it was maybe 4 or 5 months into it when he reported that he had never seen change in his kids as fast as he'd seen them when they were in the Boys and Girls Club, and that he was amazed that of all the things now, that they liked math. He couldn't believe it. They liked math.
Wow.
So, you know, it's clearly quickly had big changes, big impact on children that have come through the program for the better.
Definitely making a
Yeah.
difference. Mary Wynn Sherwood, thank you so much for taking the time to be with us. Jerome, we'll talk more with you in just a minute.
Thank you.
Up next, the Bull City Golf Classic for kids. We'll have the details when Tar Heel Talk continues. Today's show focuses on the Boys and Girls Clubs of Durham and Orange counties. On Monday, May 22nd, there is a benefit benefiting this organization. Here's more.
What are you doing on May 22nd? Drowning in paperwork? Being bored at work? Soaking in the Monday blues? You could be outside in beautiful girl with your colleagues, friends, and family and help the Boys and Girls Club. I'm in. Join us at the Bull City Golf Classic for kids at the Hope Valley Country Club on May 22nd.
All funds raised go towards the Boys and Girls Club of Durham and Orange counties.
This incredible tournament begins at noon and is followed by an awards dinner at Oxus and the clubhouse.
Great golf course, great company, great food, and a great cause. What more could you want on a Monday in May?
I hope you come, and it'll be a very good idea. So please come and enjoy.
Register and learn more at bgcdoc.org.
Who could say no to that invitation? With us again is Jerome Levacy. He is the CEO of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Durham and Orange counties. And also joining us is basketball great Phil Ford. Welcome to Tar Heel Talk.
Thank you for having me.
Now, this Bull City Golf Classic is going to be a major event. It's happening on Monday, May 22nd. Tell us a little bit about what to expect.
Well, I'm excited to be sitting here with Mr. Four Corners, and what a legend we have.
If you know what that is.
It's going to be a great event. This is the second year we're at Hope Valley. It's the 8th year that we're doing the golf tournament.
Okay.
Registration begins at 10:30. Have a noon shotgun start, and there's an awards dinner afterwards with the silent auction. So we are down to 7 foursomes remaining. So
Wow. Okay.
I think,
So people need to register.
People need to register. Absolutely right. Yeah.
Now, Phil, why did you decide to get involved with this event?
Well, I'm asked to get involved with a lot of organizations, but the Boys and Girls Club has always been very important to me. I didn't grow up in the Boys and Girls Club in Rocky Mount, but I did play basketball over there a lot, and I've had an opportunity to visit a lot of different organizations around the state, and I just admire the job that they do with our youth. You know, they give them a safe place to play, a safe place to learn, and you know, give them a lot of support that a lot of our youth need. These Boys and Girls Clubs are very much needed in the United States.
Absolutely, and then they've helped a lot of our youth go on to grow up and be successful leaders in communities and across the country.
Absolutely. Well said. Serving over 4 million kids a year in all 50 states.
Now, with this golf tournament, we're saying all the proceeds will go towards the Boys and Girls Clubs of Durham and Orange counties. What type of impact can this financial support make for the organization?
Significant impact. We have a summer program, and the fees shift a little bit for the summer. The $10 annual membership fee is for the academic school year. The summer camp fee averages $60 a week. because kids are at our sites from 7:30 in the morning to 6 o'clock in the early evening. And we serve breakfast, lunch, and an afternoon snack. So we're running our facilities all day, longer than a school day. We have staff working a full 8 hours a day. So the expenses double over the course of the 8-week summer program. So the golf tournament funds will offset those costs.
Right. Now, Phil, we know that you can play basketball. Are you any good at golf?
Well, obviously, Jerome has never seen me golf to ask me to be involved. The only thing I'll say is I play fast, and especially now that I've heard how bad the snakes are in the state of North Carolina, I play even faster. So I don't go as deep looking for my balls. But I enjoy it. I enjoy golfing. That's a hobby.
And we'll have not just Phil Ford representing the world of basketball, but also your keynote speaker is a former WNBA player.
That's correct. Wendy Palmer is our keynote speaker. And what better way to celebrate our first event of the year in basketball country than having two basketball legends, two former professional basketball players representing both the men and women, which is really a true indication of the boys and girls that we serve. So we're excited.
How can people register for this event?
They can visit us online at www.bgcdoc.org. They can call the office 919-687-4517, or they could just come by the club, 808 East Pettigrew Street.
Now, if you're not a golfer like myself, could you just participate in the evening event?
Yes, you can participate for the dinner. And there's a silent auction associated with the dinner. We have some great awards to auction off. Tickets to Disneyland, dinner for two at some upscale restaurants, autographed jersey from the Carolina Hurricanes, and an autographed football from Carolina Panthers.
Okay.
So it's going to be a great event.
Now, when Phil Ford talks, people listen. So that being said, what would you say, or what would you like to share with our viewers on why they should not only support this golf event, but the Boys and Girls Clubs of Durham and Orange counties as well?
I just believe that as a society, we should try to help each other and do as much as we can to help each other. You know, sometimes I'm not saying we shouldn't take care of ourselves, because of course we have to, but anytime you can put yourself in a situation to help someone else, especially our children. And you know, that's what I've kind of dedicated the rest of my life to, is to helping our children. One of the things that I do is I give individual lessons to elementary schools, kids and junior high kids, and you should see the look on a fourth grader who's right-handed when you teach them to do a left-handed layup. You know, you can't pay for the look that they give you, and it's just a simple layup, you know. But I get a big kick out of that, and if you have the opportunity to help someone, especially our youth, and it's a good organization. It's a great organization that you will be donating to. I think we should try to do as much as we possibly can to help our children.
Absolutely, very well said, and it is such an honor to have you here, and we thank you for the work that you're doing and giving back to the community, and
That's
thank
very
you
nice of you to say.
for being our guest today. And Jerome, we'll talk more with you in just a minute.
Okay, thank you.
We'll be back with more Tar Heel Talk after these messages. Welcome back to Tar Heel Talk. I'm Sonia Williams. For nearly 80 years, the Boys and Girls Clubs of Durham and Orange counties has provided a safe and nurturing place for youth in the community. The organization offers after-school programs, athletics, summer camps, and more. And with us again to tell us more about this organization is its CEO, Jerome Levesey. We've been talking about the upcoming golf tournament and all the wonderful programs that you provide for youth throughout Durham and Orange counties, but we know summer is right around the corner, and it'll be time for those summer camps to start.
Absolutely, and summer camp is important. I think any Anyone within the world of academics will tell you that summer camp is when kids kind of lose some of their academic focus.
Right.
So what we try to do in summer camp is offer programs that keeps the mind sharp. And we're doing the same thing this year in Durham and Orange County with an all-day summer camp.
Okay. So what would a typical day at a summer camp look like?
Well, each week has a theme.
Okay.
Maybe one week is athletics, the next week is environmental awareness, another week could be healthy lifestyles, and whatever is going on during that week, programs are then created to fit that theme. Kids arrive in the morning and they receive breakfast, then they break out into groups depending on their age, and then we start our appropriate programming for that week.
Okay. And also, I know you mentioned breakfast, but lunch is also provided.
Lunch is provided, and because we're open till 6 o'clock, they get an afternoon snack.
Excellent.
So it's a full day with meals at $60 a week.
That's an excellent deal for us working parents who are looking for things for our kids to do during the summer. Yeah. You always have an academic component, though. You always have some sort of way for kids to keep the mind sharp academically.
Yes, we do. We do what's called summer brain games. So if we're taking a field trip, we implement activities on the field trip that relate to keeping the mind sharp. So many people think that summer camp is about kids just coming and playing basketball or coloring. It's anything but that. We are comprehensive in our program delivery, and we're serious about making sure that the kids stay focused, because those children are coming back to us in the fall, and we need to make sure that they're ready when school starts.
They haven't lost any academic ground.
That's correct.
For the next school year.
Yeah,
that's excellent.
Yeah.
When you think about your mission to make these programs affordable for all families, that takes a lot of donor support to help make that happen. Talk about your needs in that regard.
It does. You're very right, Sonia. It takes a lot of donor support. And we spoke earlier about the golf tournament and how that's going to help with the cost. And this year, we received a significant donation of $25,000 from Blue Cross Blue Shield to cover scholarships for over 50 children. So obviously the community is aware of the impact that we make. We could not put on a program like this without the support of companies like Blue Cross Blue Shield, the work of our board, our ambassador, Phil Ford, this year, who is lending his time and talents to make sure that people realize we're a credible organization and they want to give back.
Absolutely.
And help us.
Give our viewers the information on that golf tournament and afternoon event so that they know how they can help support and maybe participate.
Sure. Register at 10:30 at Hope Valley Country Club. Shotgun start at noon. Awards dinner afterwards, and we are selling individual tickets. There are sponsorship opportunities available for the golf. And they can register online at bgcdoc.org. They can come by the location at 808 East Pettigrew Street, or they could call 919-687-4517.
So lots of ways they can connect with you and get involved and support not only this particular event, but the Boys and Girls Clubs of Durham and Orange counties as well.
Yeah, that's correct.
All right.
Yeah.
Jerome Levesey, it's always a pleasure having you on. Thank you so much for the work that you are doing to support our youth in the community, and thanks for being our guest again today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
That's it for this week's Tar Heel Talk. To comment on this or other episodes of the show, like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, or send us an email to tarheeltalk@fox50.com. I'm Sonia Williams. Thanks again so much for watching, and we'll see you again next week.